First of all, una reject ama una support?
You know, there's nothing like rejecting or supporting. Let me explain to you one thing, Obina. A finance bill is there every year.
I know that.
There is a finance bill every year.
Yes.
So it's not a question of supporting or rejecting. I was a member of parliament for 10 years.
Okay.
All those 10 years, there are things which were in the finance bill I liked. Maybe I was just a member of parliament, I would not go demonstrating.
Okay.
And it's normal. I like what's happening. By the way, it is very, very, for me, fulfilling to see what is happening in this country. I've been dying for a long time to have a country that can focus on meaningful conversations, like about our economy, like about our taxation, like about our expenditure. So for me, it's very welcome. It's good. And especially to see young people. You know, before you could see, especially unajua kuna young people, like the one in Ushago. I am also in charge of some department called National Youth Service. 46,000 people who are, under me, who are not as privileged to be where you are, like, wearing a tie and all that, like you are today. But to see young people engage in matters of finance, matters of economy, for me it's very fulfilling. It's better than the normal banter we have about tribalism, about divisions, about some political competition. So I like what's happening. It's welcome. It may have some things that I really don't, I think should be done differently. But I think for me it's a fresh relief from the kind of conversations we've been having in this country.
This thing you guys are doing from the government, it looks like a PR exercise because initially you guys you downgraded, you ignored, you dismissed the Gen Z, including the likes of David D. There was Ichungwa, Cheriot. They're like, oh, what wakule sijui nini, kuku, whatever. Then now all of a sudden, guys are like, oh, now we love the conversation. Now let's have the conversation. Looks like a PR act. Even the president was someone said, oh, now I like the guys are talking about it. And we're like, yes, they're talking about it because they don't want it. Why not just dismiss it, start afresh?
My name is Moses Kuria. Tell me any one time I have said something contrary to this. And I'm a very public person.
Yeah, but
so please, I mean what I say and I say what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not one to shy off from giving my position. If I don't like what you're saying, if you like what I'm saying, I'm not one of shy of saying. I mean it that I find this dynamism is the next big thing that is going to drive this country forward. Energy. There was a lot, it was very disappointing that the only time you find Kenyans, especially young Kenyans, contributing to a discourse is utawekelea Man U ama Man City. So this is, for me, even, it's good. This is what we should have had all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, not just betting about EPL. Okay. It affects our lives. Can I do something? I've been watching electoral trends for a long time in this country. And last year, 2022, we had 22 million registered voters, out of which 15 million people voted. 7 million people did not vote. They are the ones who are voting now. 7 million people, they didn't vote. They are the ones who are voting now. I think it's belated. They should have voted then, but they are the ones who are voting now. The voices you hear are the 7 million people who never voted. And I think this should be a lesson. It should be a wake-up call to everybody, from Gen A to Gen Z. But that when we have got opportunities for discourse, when we have opportunities to have our voice heard, let's put all the voices on the table, because how we are going to